In this edition of Twin World Game Reviews, we will be taking a look at the game Tengami by Nyamyam Games. Now, Tengami is noted as being an atmospheric adventure game in a Japanese pop-up book. Now, in the game, you take on the role of a lone samurai, at least that's how I picture it, trying to find out what happened to the dreams of the world. Now, the game is, as I mentioned, takes the stand of being in a pop-up book, and here, as you can see, is the pop-up book, which we will go ahead and open to go start the story. So, as the introduction shows here, you've got a very nice cherry blossom tree, which represents the dreams. So, as we progress into the beginning of the book here, you can see the cherry blossom tree is fading away, as stated here, and the samurai is kneeling by the tree there, comforting it. So as we move on to the next part, we have the cherry blossom tree basically fading away. So as it finishes up here, just waiting for the cherry blossoms to go away there. Touch the final one to get the game started. I do love the art style. It definitely has a lot of work put into it. The audio is really nice as well. I enjoy listening to it in the evening in the dark. It is very calming and soothing, as is meant to be. The animation is fairly smooth. There are a couple things I've noticed though, is there are times where the game will pause for a split moment as it's loading up the next part of the scene. It's just a small little issue. The game, I find, does move at a rather slower pace. It is meant to be a slow moving game because you're supposed to relax, enjoy the background ambience and the sounds in the game. But I find that as you can see, it's zooming out, just the moving through it's a little too slow for my liking. But that doesn't affect the game too much because I'm used to fast-paced games. As you can see here, the wolf animation, the sounds are just awesome. I wish I had a higher quality recorder for you guys because this is just an amazing looking visually. You go through 3 different areas. There's the mountains, there's the forest, and there's the ocean area. There are various puzzles you've got to solve. The 2 main puzzles that I guess were the most challenging for me were the ones with the symbols in them. I think they were Chinese symbols. Those ones I actually had to look online for because I couldn't actually figure it out. But apart from those 2, the rest of the puzzles were actually fairly decent. I would probably give this, based on the difficulty of those 2 puzzles, most people probably wouldn't figure it out for casual gaming, because I would consider this to be a casual game. I'd probably give it a 7 out of 10. And that is it for this review.